Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, David and Jerry?
It was a very different meditation for me. I would call it an active meditation because of the bird one and the bird two. It was a peaceful, active meditation. It was different. I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it. And you see, without doing anything, we are there. Beautiful. That's wonderful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, it was good. It was quiet, calm, peaceful. And the takeaway with bird one, bird two, I think that when we know our real selves, then we can do or not do. It doesn't change anything. Have or not have doesn't change anything.
That's beautiful. So we can live into that state all the time. The second bird says, I have lot of stress. The first bird smiles. Hey, what you're saying? You are not this. Do you see that? That is how those masters used to live. How are you, Sam and Stephen?
Real good. The lesson I took out of this was between bird one, bird two, which is actually more, in mine was more bird two to bird one, was the separation between perception and reality.
Yes.
And that's what I took in the beginning of it. And I said, this to me is just a lesson in perception and reality. And we need to realize that the reality is that real self. And understanding that our mind, however you want to put that into one grouping, is what creates this perception that causes the anxiety, the depression, the thoughts that are really not there. And it allowed me there. And it allowed me in the meditation to just absolutely relax, let go, and it was beautiful. It was a very peaceful experience.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. You see that bird one says the road is not running. Bird two says, no, it is running. See it. See it. See it. It is running. We continue to see it. But the bird one says, calm down. What the heck you are doing? Can we do it? Can we do it in our daily life? We are already there. How are you, Sam?
I'm doing really well. It was very deep and quiet and peaceful for me. Felt like it went by very quickly. The takeaway from the lesson was, I kept telling myself when I come out of this, I'm going to feel more, like I'm one with others in the space and everything.
That's beautiful.
And, if when somebody says something that you disagree with, it's just, whatever. It's whatever.
It's that.
You're a crazy beard guy. That's it.
Yeah, you right, honey. You are right. Tell your honey that you are always right.
Exactly.
Very good. How are you, Vaibhav?
I'm very peaceful. It's like when going to the meditation, it's like you're saying we are not the change. And what I left with is just the awareness in that case and the blankness in space. And that was very peaceful.
That's very peaceful. Wonderful. How are you, Christina? Is still smiling. That is what
I'm doing well. Yes. Today was it was almost like you set me up for a challenge in a good way because I haven't practiced fully by myself. I feel like I've always been I felt like today it was actually I was on my own, and it was definitely, but I think that's where the lesson came into the realizing, okay, I'm right here, just keep going. So it was good. I like the challenge.
Good,
So thank
good,
you.
good. How are you, John?
I'm doing well, thank you. It was very peaceful for me as well.
Peaceful, wonderful, yeah. Allow to contemplate and think again and again. So thinking gives me the knowledge. So there is no problem of thinking. But once we are settled at the point of the knowledge, that is what the awareness is, and that awareness recognizes the bird number one, we are done. How are you, Ashok?
Sir, good, sir. Sir, good.
Good. You have to listen to it again and again and again.
Sure, sir. Sure.
But you don't have time. That is bird number two. You see that? So
I'm
how
trying
are
to
you?
coincide.
Yeah.
I'm trying to coincide bird number 1 with 2.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
2 with 1.
So who is going to try bird number two? Again, there will be a failure. That is the problem. That is the mystery. So listen to it. How are you, Sarah?
I am well, thank you. For me, it was like the sun came out and
Beautiful.
just dissolved any clouds. And I was at the park yesterday, actually. All these robins were out, and there was a bird number one there,
Yeah.
just sitting so still. And I just sat there with him. So it was a perfect story for me. It was perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yeah. Hope I can see the bird number one day. How are you, Brittany?
I'm
Wait.
good. I'm still processing because it was a lot different for me. Usually I can just kind of like settle into quietness, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was like this turbulence back and forth where, I was able to settle in and then like, I don't know, it was like something was creeping in on, I don't know. I had a hard time with it, but it was interesting. So I'm still trying to think about it.
Yeah, yeah. Only one answer. Who is going to think about it? Bird number two. So that is why we say that we have to become a seeker to treat the path. How are you, Alex?
I'm good. I came on late. I had a bit of a rough start, but I ended up being able to go really deep this time. And I think that it was like the imagery of the bird number two. I really just visualized like the bird, and I realized how active my bird number two likes to be. And so that kind of helped me, rather than thinking about it just as like a cloud in the sky letting go. I kind of visualized the bird jumping from thought to thought to thought. And then once I allowed myself to observe that, I was able to go a lot deeper.
Yes, that's a good explanation. We need only understanding, knowledge, nothing else. What is understanding? If I have to understood you, what practice I need to do? I need not to do any practice. I need to understand. I should have a right knowledge. So what is Eastern wisdom, yoga, tantra, mantra, kundalini? So in the beginning, when you do lot of practice, it means you are at a primary level, kindergarten. Then you go to the second level, then you join, so-called kundalini. Oh, there's a lot of mysticism, middle school. And then you go to the high school, then you start learning what we say, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that we are doing on Mondays and Thursdays. Now you are a seeker. Then you are in your masters. So now analyze, to be into the master's program, you know, from the kindergarten to the bachelor's. Means I know the alphabets of the Eastern wisdom. I know what is the process, how the practice is done, why the practice is done. And then you have already graduated into being a seeker. The way the master, the way we are studying this weekly on Saturdays, he is a great seeker. He heard it, he understood it, he was there in that moment, and he says, I'm already there. So it's also a journey. That is all. Thank you very much. We will meet again on Monday.